Warning, this video contains rumors, speculation, strong opinions, and
welcome, Geeks and Game. No, this isn't Geeks and Gamers. Darn it, Jeremy. No, this is this is a reaction to Grace Randolph's vid, her movie math that she's talking about. Bankrupt, AMC Bankrupt. Now, this is not what I want to happen. Unfortunately, I think it's very likely. And to be honest, my speculation, you know how the intro goes, rumors, speculation, strong opinions. My strong opinion is that a day after the credit rating for AMC came out, that's when the MCU announced that it's pushing everything back. That Black Widow is I think is the only MCU movie left this year. Everything else is being bumped to 2021, and I think they know, and I don't want this to happen. But I think it's going to be harder for the movie theater industry to come back than they're letting on. And man, they want that June 1st to be back to salvage the summer movie season. I honestly, you want me to be real truthful? I'm not rushing back to the theater myself. Maybe for Wonder Woman 1984. That's the only one that's really going to pull, or Quiet Place 2. Those are the only ones that are like really I have to see. I think movie theaters have to change. They have to really, because if it's just the same thing sitting in the movie seats like it's been before, they got to do something to gain consumer confidence that even if something happens, that they're going to be okay. The way movie seats, even with the recent remodels of seats, recliner seats, they're really close together. And sometimes especially with assigned seating now, sometimes you're stuck next to someone that might be sniffling and coughing. And even after this over, what are you going to be thinking about? There's going to be a lot that it's stuck in their mind. There's going to be a lot that lost some family members, unfortunately. That it's going to affect box office even when it comes back. So let's just watch. This is a reaction to Grace Randolph. So here is the thumbnail. Breaking news. She's talking about it. Let's see what she has to say. This is what I have to do until Grace graces me with her presence on one of my videos, or I'll go on her channel. I'm happy to talk to Grace. I'll talk to you about movie math, Grace. So if you want that to happen, you got to comment below and say, hey, let Grace know. When are you going to talk to the madman of movie talk? All right? Okay, let's play the video.
To this week's Movie Math, where audiences are finally starting to find their groove in this brand new entertainment world. And some interesting things are happening. But before we get to this week's online winners, let's talk about a potential loser, and that's AMC Theaters, where recent developments make us wonder if there will be as many movie theaters to return to once this is all over.
Unfortunately, I don't think there will be.
We don't know when it's going to be all over. So late last week, Wall Street downgraded AMC Theaters to default imminent. Oh, that's aggressive.
Oh, aggressive downgrade, default imminent. That's very likely that they're going to go through bankruptcy. And the movie theater, hey, AMC is a big player. They need AMC for the box office. I think Disney knows. That's why they're making these moves now. Disney has already made the moves. I don't think they'll make another move until we get to May. They made a move beginning of April. This all happened. They're not going to make another move till we see how this goes in May. And then that's when you're really going to get the true story. Hopefully this is going to be, we've reached the peak, flattened the curve by then. But who knows? And even if you do, they're still in trouble.
because the company has over $5 billion in debt thanks to recent aggressive expansion. That includes building AMC A-List, which only recently became profitable, and acquiring several other chains. Does this sound at all familiar to you?
Oh, yeah.
Even down to the subscription service.
Yeah.
It's hard for a lot of these companies to pivot to the new world that we're living in, even before coronavirus. And now, of course, there's no summer movie season, which makes it all the more understandable that AMC CEO Adam Aron keeps insisting that movie theaters will reopen in June. I think it's very wishful thinking on his part. Now, another recent headline has revealed that to try and stop the financial bleeding, AMC has furloughed all of its employees.
Hey,
Disney just recently started to furlough people.
Hey, this isn't. I'm not covering this because I'm happy about it. I feel very sorry for all those that have this is affected and they're furloughed and they're not getting paychecks. I hope AMC bounces back. I recently became a part of the A-List right before this stuff happened, and I think they might still be billing my credit card. I don't know. I'm not gonna stop it. That's a small way I could keep. I'm not gonna call them and stop it. I would like to get back. I'm so conflicted right now. I'm so conflicted because I want to support movies. I want people to have their jobs, but I am also for VOD and choices for the consumer. And honestly, I've had so many bad theater experiences with the audience. I'm so conflicted right now. What are your thoughts? I want you to be honest. I want you to be honest in the comment section. When this is over, are you going to go back to movie theaters? Or are you going to just wait? There's so many choices available to us now. And so many people are addicted to their small screens. Are you going to wait and just watch what's on streaming? And answer below. What movie would make you go back to theaters?
There are some salary reductions. Bob Iger's the only one who went 100% no salary, but everyone at AMC has gone 100% no salary. They've been furloughed. Again, that means they're not fired. Their jobs will be waiting for them when this is all over, but they're not going to be getting any pay at all in the meantime. And that, again, goes all the way to the top, including CEO Aron. Now, also like Disney, AMC is a publicly traded company. And their two biggest stockholders are China's Wanda Group, which owns 38%. Their own theaters in China also closed. And Silver Lake Partners owns 28%. And Silver Lake is a very large investment company that owns not only a lot of has investments, has ownership stakes, not only a lot of technology companies, but a surprising number of entertainment companies that we've heard of. Although I've never heard of Silver Lake Partners until I looked into AMC today. Now, I don't think AMC would disappear. I don't think their theaters would go away. But they might have to declare bankruptcy. Maybe get purchased, right? Get restructured, new leadership, and change their business model. It would be a little bit like what happened to Toys R Us. But hopefully, AMC won't screw over their employees. What Toys R Us did was despicable. All right, so anyway, I do think movie theaters need to do some work to remain competitive today, not only because of the rise of course, digital entertainment, but also the rise of boutique movie theaters, some of them quite excellent experiences. And that's what I think they need to improve at the other big chain movie theaters, the viewer experience. From cleanliness, one of you wrote me, it was very sweet.
Yeah,
one of you said, I used to work in a movie theater, Grace, and let me tell you.
Cleanliness, I'll tell you what, this whole worldwide situation really makes you think about a lot of entertainment and how it just ushers new people in after one another. We have to rethink our whole way of doing things. Amusement parks and everything. How do you keep things clean with this amount of customers just lining up and using the same? Really, it's not. How do you do it? Someone that figures that out is going to succeed because there's so many things. Why do we use doorknobs and faucet handles and stuff so much? a lot more things should go to like foot pedals and stuff like that for one thing. But then when you move people in and out of seats constantly, is it realistic to clean that every single time? And then sitting right next to people, this is what I think about. I mean, I'll be revealing more with you. I have obsessive compulsive disorder. I take medicine for it, and one of the things that I've had in the past is where people where public when going into public, where things being very not clean. They're not clean. When you go public transportation, public restrooms, go to movies. I even kind of feel kind of uncomfortable in movie theaters before this, going and sitting in a seat where someone else was, you know. So it's in my mind. I do my best to get past it because I take my medicine. But yeah. Well, I think, do I have still the? Hold on a second here. That's a wrap on Cinemark. The Wrap had an article. Monk was right. There's going to be a lot more people affected like this with, I say, Monk syndrome after this global health crisis. Should they be? Should they be this concerned? Is everything just going to go back to the way it was? I don't think so. What do you think? I really want to know what you think. Do you think everything's just going to go back to the way it was after this, or people are going to be more concerned about being clean in a public environment when people are going in and out, ushering in and out constantly? Amusement parks, theaters, sporting events. There's lots of. I think it's changed for good. That's my opinion. I mean, I'm not saying it's for the good, but I'm saying I don't think we're going back to the way it was. I really don't. I'll be surprised.
It's hard to keep them clean because moviegoers are sloppy and messy.
Right.
And I do like the Seinfeld joke that if you're going to charge me $5 for a bag of M&Ms, I should be able to drop that bag on the floor at my leisure and not have to hold it throughout the whole movie. Although I do have to say, recently I have taken most of my trash out with me because I do feel bad for the theater staff. Because sometimes those theaters, like whoever throws their popcorn all over the floor, it's not very nice. I mean, I know like kids do it. If you've ever gone to a kids movie and gone after the last showing, you're just like, the kids just think popcorn's confetti. But they should. I mean, there's large unemployments in this country. Unemployment rates. They should hire more people to clean. Although speaking of employee abuse, there are some horrific stories about the janitorial staff at movie theaters and how they're treated. Really bad stories. So bad. But anyway, not only does cleanliness need to be, I mean, I'm not saying it's the fault of the people who do the cleaning. It's the responsibility of the companies who come up with the method of how it gets accomplished, because it's clearly not working what they have.
No. And
then also making other moviegoers behave.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
So that it's a reliably pleasant experience, because it's a lot of money. And that's, I think, why people also get really frustrated. You're looking forward to it. It's a treat for yourself. And then someone else selfishly ruins it because they're not that into the movie. Then why'd they go? I don't know why people go to movies and then go on their phones and stuff. That's my only concern about the subscription model. If you don't pay for something, you don't value it as much. But so far, I think the people right now who have the subscriptions, like AMC A-List and the Regal Unlimited, I think it's usually the cinephiles who want to go that often and though they care about the movie. I just can't stand it when someone gets bored on a movie and it's like, let me check my messages. And I'm like, I'm watching a movie. I told you.
Yeah, I'm with you, Grace. It drives me crazy. And there's so many times I've been in a movie and stuck next to another customer that just talk. It doesn't even have to be a screen. They just talk to their friends really loud, talking about stuff. I just like to enjoy the film. I like to be engrossed in it. And I think that, I'm not going to watch her whole video because she also talks about, I'll give you a preview. She talks about video on demand. Hey, look what's at #1. The Rise of Skywalker is the #1 on rentals right now. Sonic, Bad Boys, 1917. I didn't see Bad Boys for Life. I didn't see 1917. So I think that's where we'll leave it for this video. Bye, Grace. Until we meet again. Grace, until we meet again. So tell me what you think about the movie theater experience. Is it in danger? Is Cinemark going to file bankruptcy? If they do, they have to save themselves to save employees' jobs. But I want you to answer honestly. Are you going to return when movie theaters open again? Or if you do, what movie is it going to take? What movie this year are you looking forward to that's going to get your butt back in the seats at the movie theater? I think the only ones left for me right now are Wonder Woman 1984, Quiet Place 2. That's it. I don't think I will risk it or anything for Black Widow. I'm sorry. I want to see it. I don't know. I might have to revisit that one because my wife wants to see it. All right. See you later.